What's up, YouTube? I'm back to talk about foundation, but before I dive into that, I need to acknowledge two things. One, I need to make sure I don't have lipstick on my teeth, because then how could you ever take me seriously? And the second thing is, I have a hard time looking at the camera. That's you, that's me, that's you, that's me. I just keep making awkward eye contact with myself and I can't help it. I know I'm supposed to look at you, but you're gonna watch me, look at you. I can't help it, okay? But I'm not perfect. So there's that. All right, that's the housekeeping out of the way. Foundation. Before I tell you anything about foundation, I need you to know that you need a moisturizer. Even if you have oily skin, if you're like, I have oily skin, I would never put moisture on my face. I'm not trying to make it any worse. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm saying that you need a moisturizer, even if you have oily skin. You can pick a lightweight moisturizer. You can choose a moisturizer that's specifically for oily skin. I can help you with that. You just have to reach out and I'll send you in the direction of the moisturizer that you need. But like, please moisturize your skin. Your face, your foundation, your makeup routine will thank you. You need moisture. So before I put any makeup on, I make sure to do my morning skincare routine or afternoon, whatever time of day I put makeup on. I moisturize first and then I put a foundation primer on. There are products that you put on before you put foundation on that make the process so much smoother. Two of those things are right in front of me. I will show you now. First one being, since I mentioned people with oily skin, is this oil mattifier. It's a tiny pink tube oil mattifier. It's kind of like a little lotion. You put it out, you just put like a pea size or maybe 2 peas, and then you put it on your T-zone, wherever you would typically have oil on your skin. So moisturize first. That's important. Remember that. Moisturize first, and then if your skin looks oily throughout the day, with or without makeup, whatever, and you're trying to eliminate some of the natural shine that you have, oil mattifier works to do that. You just put a little bit on your hand, put it in your T-zone, or you can put it all over your face, wherever you have oil, and it will help conquer that. It will mattify your skin right away as you put it on. If I wasn't wearing makeup, I would show you that. As a makeup artist, I have used this on men. I've used it on brides. I put it on every single bride because I know like the nervous sweats and like I'm going to be dancing all night and like celebrating my wedding. So I put this on brides no matter what, unless they have very, 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 very dry skin. And then this would be a step that I skip. But most people, I can put this on. I put it on men. I've had a bald groom before and he was like so self-conscious about like, my head is going to be shiny in all my pictures. What do? I have rubbed a little bit of oil mattifier on a man's head before. Okay, you can do this. You could also do this translucent powder. This I'll talk about later in the video. This is also for mattifying purposes. So you could dust a little bit of powder on too if you had some shiny. So that's how I use this product. It's tried and true. It's honestly almost empty. This is my personal one. That is oil mattifier. Don't use it if you have dry skin. Foundation primer, good for everyone. This has SPF 15. Before I talk about the makeup purpose, I will tell you a little trick, what would I call it? A tip, a sneak peek. I put this little dude in my purse in the summertime. It has SPF 15 in it. And in the summertime, I always wear a hat and sunscreen on my face, like always. I don't like the sun in my face because if I tan too much, I'll get wrinkly and I don't want that. So I keep this in my purse so that I always have SPF 15 on, and it kind of like blurs the look of my pores. It's supposed to be for right before you put foundation on, you put this on and it smooths your skin like satiny, smooths your pores. It fills in your pores so that when you put your makeup on, your makeup doesn't sit in your pores and you don't see your pores. So it does that before makeup. So when I don't wear makeup in the summertime, I put this on and my face looks all smooth and airbrushed. That's a tip from your makeup artist. Here's your foundation primer. I'll show you a little bit what it looks like. It looks like Vaseline, but it's not that way. It's just really, really silky to help make your skin really smooth. Like you can't even see it on my fingertips. Just makes everything really smooth and it feels really good on your face. So that's what I put on prior to foundation. This is good with all the foundations I'm about to mention to you. First, foundation. I'll start with the foundation I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Very Light CC Cream. Looks like this. This also has sunscreen in it. SPF 15. And this little guy has so many benefits. I have 5 or 6 of these in my professional makeup artist kit. This is what I use on just about every client. Because there are like 5 shades, it's really easy for me to color match someone. I can just look at someone and be like, light to medium, deep, medium to deep. I can just look and guess your color. They're also blendable. They like blend together and they oxidize well on the skin, so they match your skin pretty well. I don't have any makeup on my chest. I just match. I'm wearing very light, but I also contoured. Very light. I like these for professional purposes because they're sanitary. They come with a little pump, like so that I can like pump it out onto a tray or the sponge and the bacteria doesn't get back up, so I can use it on multiple people, and it's sanitary and it's moisturizing. I can build it. I can use it as a concealer. The best way for you to put this on would be either your fingertips. After you put your foundation primer on, you can put it on just like a moisturizer. I use it with this liquid foundation brush. It's dirty. I used it today. I take about 2 pumps onto this liquid brush, and then I like tap it on cheek, forehead, nose, and chin to disperse the product, and then I just like buff it on my skin and drag it down my chin a little bit. That's how I put that on everywhere. You can use your fingers, you can use this brush, you can use a spongy. This is dirty too. I use it for my concealer. And I wet it before this video so that you can see like how big and squishy it is. When you pull it out of the box, it's much smaller, but when you get it damp, it gets bigger and fluffier and easy to blend. I like to use this end on all of my face and then the pointy end under my eyes. So that would be good for application. And this CC cream is like a ride or die. If I had to choose like one foundation for the rest of my life, I would pick CC cream. It's my moisturizer, it's my sunscreen. I can use it as a concealer. It's like brightening. It protects my skin. It has age-fighting properties in it. Protects my skin from free radicals. It does so many things. This is my ride or die. One for everyone. One for you, one for you, one for you. CC cream is my favorite. Favorite foundation. Oh, I've put this on grooms before too. If they weren't like self-conscious about wearing makeup. I put this on. One light layer of this can still look really natural. If you have cute little freckles and you don't want to hide them, you can put a little light layer on. Just put it on your fingers, put on like moisturizer. It like covers the redness that you have, but you can still see your freckles and it looks natural, like you're not wearing anything. Just gets rid of like a little bit of yuck that's on your skin. I'm not saying you're yucky. I'm just saying we all have needs, okay? CC cream. Okay, next, let's go with the liquid foundation. This is the matte 3D foundation from the Timewise line. From the Timewise line means that it has age-fighting properties in it, like more than the CC cream. We have 2 different formulas in this Timewise line. The purple sticker on the back that tells you what shade indicates that this is for oily skin, just like the oil mattifier I was talking about has a purple stripe. If you choose to purchase Mary Kay skincare, if you're purchasing for oily skin, all of your skincare will have a purple stripe on the back of it. Pink stripes are for luminous wear and for dry skin. So this specific formula of foundation, the Mary Kay Timewise Matte 3D Foundation, there is another formula that has a pink stripe on the back that says Mary Kay Timewise Luminous 3D Foundation. So you can have your foundation color. This one says beige C130. You can have a beige C130 in the luminous formula and a beige C130 in the matte formula and use one in the winter and one in the summer. Or you could just pick one that you like and just use it all the time. The matte wear is for people with oily skin or people who prefer a matte finish. When I use this formula of foundation, I prefer the matte wear. My skin is oily most of the year, except for the super, super cold winter months. That's why I use CC cream right now, because my face needs a little bit of moisture. If I was using this one right this second, it's January, by the way, I would be using the Luminous, the pink stripe foundation, because my skin needs a little bit more moisture. It gives a little bit of a dewy kind of a look, a luminous look, like your skin is hydrated, not like your skin is oily. It doesn't make you look oily, it just makes you look hydrated and supple, if that makes sense. So you would have 2 options of this age-fighting formula of foundation, a luminous wear and a matte wear. One for dry skin, one for oily skin, a luminous dewy finish, or a matte dry finish. That is this foundation. I would apply also with either the sponge or the liquid foundation brush. I have also used this blending brush. Recently, I've been into this with contouring. That's a whole nother video, but this blending brush blends really well and it's so soft. There's like a zillion bristles in this brush. so soft on your skin and blends. It makes blending really easy. You could use this, but I think it's kind of small to do your whole face all the time. Good for contouring, but this would be still my top two for the liquid foundations. Am I helping you yet? I don't know. In between liquid and powder, we have Endless Performance Cream to Powder Foundation. It comes like this. I hope I don't drop it. Comes like this. I'll bring it closer to you. Can you see it? Will it focus? Mary Kay. This is Bronze 2, by the way. Endless Performance Cream to Powder Foundation. So this stuff, they come right out into a tin. They're magnetic so that you can put it in here. Sometimes I have my customers who know me will be like, can you do the tape thing? I have double-sided tape. It has the color on the back. Double-sided tape, and I'll stick it in here so it doesn't fall out when they open it. But I also have customers who put them in little compacts like this with their little sponge. Cute. Or compacts like this. Cute. Cute. Anywho, it's cream to powder, so it goes on like a liquid and dries like a powder. This is super matte. This is another matte formula. This is the product I would not recommend for someone who has dry skin. This can make your skin look even more dry than it is if your skincare is not on point and your skin's not already smooth. This wouldn't be something that I recommend. I would recommend this foundation for you if you live in a warm climate or a humid climate and you're sweating and it's just humid outside, because the staying power of this foundation is top notch. You put it on and it is not going anywhere and it stays matte. Helps you like keep your makeup like staying dry and all that. So you can use this for your foundation all over your face. You can take your liquid foundation brush that I have mentioned now multiple times. You swirl it in here or in your compact, however you decide to put it. Just don't drop it out of here. You can swirl it in and then put it on your face. Buff it and blend it like that. Or once you have it in your compact, you can do, here's mine. You can do your little sponge. This, to me, it feels like retro vibes, but like when I was in middle school or whatever, I would keep one of these everywhere in my pencil pouch, in my cheerleading bag, everywhere, because I was like self-conscious, like I gotta cover my face, and I would just get so much in there and then smear it on your face. You can also apply it that way. It's a good on-the-go little foundation for you. So yeah, if you're in the summertime, it would be good. If you're a Marylander like I am, you could wear it in the summertime because it's super humid over here, or like a pool day or whatever. It'll keep your skin matte and it'll stay on. Just make sure your skincare is on point and that your skin is looking good, honey, when you put it on, because it will show some imperfections. Because it is so matte and long lasting, it will show, unless your skin is like supple and hydrated. Long intensity wearing foundation. Full coverage also, very full coverage. I didn't say that about this one either. This is also full coverage. This CC cream would be considered light coverage unless you knew how you would just do another layer to make it more coverage. I told you that the freckles would show up with the CC cream, not if you put another layer on. I mean, I'm wearing it and I have a full coverage look on right now. I can't see any of my freckles. Okay, that was cream to powder, which is a good segue into the powders for me to explain those to you. This one looks the most similar. This is the Sheer Mineral Pressed Powder Foundation. Same kind of concept of the packaging. It'll pop right out. Don't drop it. If you order it, it comes apart in this little container. You can pop it into your compacts. You can leave it in there. You can put it in an even bigger palette. We have a pro palette that's like the size of my head. It's my favorite. I have 3 of them over on my vanity. So this one, you could use, my favorite brush to apply this one is the all over powder brush. This is actually an old one. If you're looking on my website, it'll be black here. This is the old one because I like the big fluffy brush. Mary Kay also has a powder foundation brush that like is made for products like this, and the next one that I'm going to show you. So there's a smaller option, but this one is my favorite, the all over powder brush, and I just kind of swirl it in here and then tap it gently on. In my opinion, this is not a full coverage foundation. I only use this to layer on top of a foundation. So sometimes I use it underneath my contours a whole nother video. I'll get into that. And sometimes I just use it to put on top of CC cream to make the CC cream not shiny if my skin is oily that day. So I use this to layer on top. I also use it underneath to sit under my eyes. So I buff into it and I get underneath my eyes so that my concealer doesn't crease under here, and sometimes around my nose to set my foundation. So this is cute if you're just trying to like not wear a ton of foundation, a really light natural look. You can just buff this on to make your skin kind of like even everywhere and mattify everything so that you're not shiny. That's what that would be good for. Or to use it as a setting powder is how I use it in the professional world and on my own face. Okay, next powder foundation. I still recommend this giant brush, or the other powder brush I mentioned is on the website. I didn't bring one up here. I forgot about it because it's not my fave. But it is on the website. It's smaller to get into smaller places. Next thing is this mineral foundation. Mine's very dirty. You just tap some into the lid and then you buff it in the lid. There is a, I don't know what to call this thing, a lid that you can like twist it to open and close like the holes so that you don't spill it everywhere in your makeup bag. So you can control how much product comes out, opening and closing that. So you would just tap it into the lid however much you wanted. And then you would take your brush, probably the powder brush that I mentioned on the website, and you swirl it in the cap to get everything that you want on the brush. You can even tap it on the brush to get the excess off so that it'll be like a powder cloud. And you dust it in there and then you buff it on your face. I like to start with the middle of my face. You have the largest pores on your nose. So I like to start the middle of my face and then work it around everywhere. This is a summertime favorite of mine. I like to wear this if I'm having a day where I'm really wearing more sunscreen than I am makeup. I put sunscreen on my face, or that foundation primer I mentioned in the beginning, and then just buff this on my face. It's so fast and so easy and covers a lot more than this powder foundation. So this one is very sheer. It's called Sheer Mineral Pressed Powder. And this mineral powder covers a lot more for the coverage that I like. So I'd put my sunscreen on or my moisturizer in the morning in the summertime, and then I swirl this and put it on my skin. Keeps me from being shiny and gives me the coverage that I look for in the summertime. That is a very easy foundation. Okay, that's all for foundations. I should mention quickly, we're at 17 minutes in already. Should I mention it? Should I not? Concealer and under eye corrector. Mary Kay, that's upside down. Mary Kay does have perfecting concealers that you can complement with your foundation. I like to put mine under my eyes and on my blemishes. You just tap it on. And I use this cream brush. What is this called? It's not coming to my head. This is like an eyeshadow brush that I use for cream, eye color, or for my concealer. It's on my website. It's on my website. Go find it. So this under eye corrector, I painted the lid of it with pink nail polish so that I could tell the difference of the two when they're in my makeup bag or on my vanity, because I don't want to mix them up. This under eye corrector has a peach tone to it, and I use this under my eyes. Listen, I just had a baby. He's a month old. He's downstairs. You might hear him crying in the background at some point. I'm tired, and I get bags under my eyes because I'm exhausted, because I'm up all night. So this under eye corrector helps me with that. I put it right underneath. I will show you. I'm not going to do it. My face is already on. Right here. Right here. And then I tap it with my finger to blend it out. Or use this cream brush and blend it. And it like erases my dark circles. Hello. I'm down for that. Down for that. Different than a concealer though. You don't want to put that one. My pink lid, I made that myself. You don't want to put that on any like blemishes that you have because it's peach toned. It will highlight redness that you have, so we don't want that. This peach tone cancels darkness. That's what it's good for. If you're trying to conceal blemishes, you want a perfecting concealer. Looks the same, but it says perfecting concealer on it and not under eye corrector if you need a concealer. I think that's all I have to say about concealers. So if you have questions about concealers, let me know, and then I can do a more in-depth video. But I don't really know what else to say about concealer. You don't really need it sometimes. I don't use it a ton. When I have the bags under my eyes, I do. use it. When the perfecting concealer or the, when I have bags under my eyes, I use the under eye corrector. When I'm doing a full glam, a full face, I do use a concealer under my eyes also. But 9 times out of 10, the CC cream, I will put CC cream on all over my face, and then I'll do a little bit more under my eyes where I need it, and on the blemishes that I have. And that's it. Or my matte wear foundation. This thing. That's foundation. Last thing, I believe, that I want to tell you is this translucent powder. I mentioned it in the beginning. This translucent powder you can use for lots of things. Maybe I'll make a separate video for that because we are at 20 minutes. But this translucent powder, for the purpose of this foundation video, you can put this on top of your foundation to set your foundation so that it doesn't move anywhere. When you put your oil mattifier, if you have oily skin, and your foundation primer on, for anyone, before you put foundation on, you do your foundation and you do your translucent powder as a setting powder. You put it all over everything. Your makeup's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. Permanent! I'm just kidding. That's a ridiculous claim. You're going to wash your face and it's going to come off. Okay? But your translucent powder is important. I use this on brides all the time. Even if they have dry skin, I will skip the oil mattifier step because I don't want their skin to appear dry. But I will still put translucent powder on over top of their makeup look to set their makeup look so that it is not going anywhere. I spent a lot of time making you look good, honey. There's translucent powder on top of you, and then I feel confident that when they hug a bunch of people on their wedding day, they're like not going to rub their whole entire face off. And they can sweat and dance and get nervous and like do whatever. And then I feel confident that their face isn't going to end up shiny at the end of the night. So translucent powder to set your makeup and keep it in place. Also going to keep you not shiny. Going to keep you matte is your translucent powder. It's got to keep MK at the top. Does this have the lid? Oh, yes, it does have the lid that opens and closes, but looks like somebody forgot to close it. I got powder in there. Yes, ride or dice. Don't ask me which foundation I use because they all belong to me. I have one of all of them and use them for different times. My go-to is CC cream. You can count how many times did I say CC cream in this video. Don't count. That's embarrassing. Don't do that. Don't do that. CC cream is my go-to because it's so versatile. But I would say my top 2 are the CC cream and the Timewise foundation because they're just classic liquid foundations. You just buff them right on. And that is it. So hopefully that helps you decide what foundation would work best for you. Oily skin chicks, you're going to want a matte wear. You're going to want maybe a cream to powder foundation. My chicks with dry skin, you're going to want a luminous with the pink stripe. This is purple, ignore that. The pink stripe or the CC cream. You can always add this on top of the foundation. This is the sheer pressed powder foundation. Yeah, I know I'm just rambling at this point. So hopefully I have helped you decide which foundation you would use. Stay tuned for a video in the future, or tune into my VIP page if you're a customer of mine to see me put makeup on my face. I didn't do that this time. I wanted you to take me seriously. I got my face on, okay? I want you to know that what I'm saying is legit. I mean what I'm saying, okay? So I had to have my face on. And I'm making sure that I'm like looking at everything. Did I forget to tell you anything? No, I didn't. Everything is available. Contact your Mary Kay consultant, or if you need a new girl, hey, what's up? I'm here for you, okay? Signing off, 23 minutes and 39 seconds. Bye.